Welcome to English Story Journey. Today, we will talk about why people stay in toxic relationships. Most people think toxic relationships are easy to spot. They imagine constant fighting, cheating, or physical abuse. But in real life, most toxic relationships don't look toxic at the beginning. They look like love. They start with intense connection, deep conversations, and the feeling of finally being chosen by someone. That early intensity creates a powerful emotional bond, making it hard to recognize when things slowly begin to change. Sarah knew something was wrong long before she admitted it. She felt it in her body, especially on quiet nights when her chest felt heavy for no clear reason. She felt it when her phone buzzed and her heart raced, not from excitement, but from anxiety. Yet whenever someone asked her why she didn't leave, she struggled to answer. From the outside, the relationship looked normal. He wasn't violent, he didn't cheat, he said he loved her, and yet she felt smaller every day. Toxic relationships don't trap people with obvious control or force. They trap people with hope. When problems begin, the mind works hard to explain them away. Stress becomes the excuse. Bad moods become temporary phases. The person clings to memories of how good things were in the beginning, believing that version of the relationship will return if they just wait long enough or try harder. This pattern is powered by something called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same psychological mechanism that keeps people addicted to gambling. The relationship isn't always bad. There are moments of warmth, affection, and validation that appear just often enough to keep hope alive. The brain starts chasing those good moments, even as the bad ones become more frequent and more damaging. Over time, people in toxic relationships begin to lose their sense of identity. They slowly stop doing things that make them happy because it causes tension. They hold back their opinions to avoid arguments. They start adjusting their behavior based on their partner's mood. Eventually, their sense of self becomes so tied to the relationship that imagining life without it feels terrifying. Fear plays a major role in why people stay. It's not always fear of the partner, but fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of dating again, fear that this relationship, as painful as it is, might be the best love they will ever experience. Familiar pain begins to feel safer than the uncertainty of leaving. Guilt also keeps people trapped. Toxic partners are often not cruel all the time. They have their own wounds, insecurities, and moments of vulnerability. This makes the person staying feel responsible for fixing them. They believe that leaving would be selfish or heartless, even though the relationship is slowly draining their emotional health. The truth is, people don't stay in toxic relationships because they are weak. They stay because they are human. Humans are wired for attachment, hope, and emotional connection. Walking away hurts, especially when there is still love involved. For many, staying feels painful, but leaving feels unbearable. Sarah didn't leave suddenly or dramatically. She left in small steps. First, she stopped lying to herself. Then she stopped defending him to others. Slowly, she began to imagine a future where she felt calm, safe, and whole again. One day, the pain of staying finally became heavier than the fear of leaving. If someone is in a toxic relationship, they need to know that love is not meant to feel confusing or suffocating. Love should not make someone feel like they are constantly surviving instead of living. No one needs permission to leave a relationship that costs them their peace. Sometimes the bravest decision is walking away from someone you still love in order to choose yourself.